Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most unknown podcast, man.
We're back, bitches.
The most illustrious podcast in the land.
36 boys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, niggas is about to be 60.
I just celebrate niggas jumped over 40.
About to be
Hopped
40.
over 40 and 50.
Quick.
Celebrated a birthday last weekend.
I was
Salute
lit.
to the bro. How was your celebration, man? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah. In retrospect, we probably should have got food. But
John, you need to get beat up for that, bro.
I don't know. I was torn because I also felt like
A large piece would have got people happy.
well, it was a lot of things going on, right? The whole thing was like at the time we was trying to push like shit to. You gotta think the hours. The original plan was just supposed to be 3 to 7, which is a blurb.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then after this blurb, the
I
whole
came at
thing was
7.
to move people to the fork,
Right.
the forked event, which had unlimited food. Kind of wanted so. This was one thing that was in mind. Like 3 to 7 was supposed to come here in no time, and then niggas supposed to go. As it goes, the fork shit was canceled. The joint ended up going to fucking
9:30.
9:30. We probably could have took that bitch to 12. I honestly started cleaning up because I wanted to go. Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
seen John, I seen.
At that point. So
I seen. I said, oh, they got their bag.
But yeah, she really wasn't tripping. Only thing I was mad about, and shout out to the homie and everybody that put it together in that last minute I did because we would have been like SOL. But and shout out to Ari because without her I wouldn't have.
Shout out to Ari.
I wouldn't have
Happy
had
birthday,
it.
Ari.
But it made me mad because not mad, but when I got there, she told me, she's funny, the lady, she texted me on Wednesday and told me that, hey, y'all not bringing more than 40 people, right? Between the two of y'all. So it's almost like doubling down on the amount. So I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it wasn't even 40, it was 35 at the time. And I just said, man, fuck it. They not gonna know the difference between 35 and 40. Cause like it's too much to squeeze 16 people a piece. You know what I'm saying? And then I was getting cause for y'all that don't know, she had a birthday, so her side we had to split how many people was coming from both sides. So it was a very condensed list. When I got there, she said, you know, don't worry about the time. I know black people don't come on time. People probably won't be able to hear the 6. Mind you, we were supposed to bring joint for 3 to 7. She was like, I'm not tripping as long as it don't, like, as long as y'all don't go to like the wee hours of the morning, I'm fine. So she already put the like basically the 12 o'clock shit in the atmosphere. And then she said, you know, I'm not really tripping about the number of people as long as it's not too rowdy. If she'd have told me that, I'd have opened like, it could have been 30 more people there.
It'd have been a nigga fest.
ASAP.
It'd have been a nigga fest.
Huh? Yeah, no. But I would say I had to make. Like I said, I had to make.
I look at Ab. I say, this nigga gave us chips.
And shout out to everybody that. I mean, that understood why I didn't send out an invite because it was when you're working with 20 people versus 20 people.
Yeah, you did it right, son.
At that point, it ain't even like who's your closest friend. It's
Yeah.
like what makes more sense. Because
Yeah.
I got married homies that's closer than homies that was there, but like I couldn't because it wouldn't make sense for them to be there for real. So but yeah, so that was the only little thing. But other than that, that shit was good. Had a good time Sunday. I'm just happy that's over. I'm happy July 4th shit is over. So now I can really like lock in to get back to what I was doing before, you know, shit
like a
got
speed bump.
super festive. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
This like this little break, holiday break.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm done with pool parties. I'm done. I retired.
Really?
Yes, dog. I want the 4 pool parties, back to back weekends, bro. I'm tired. I'm done. If you have a pool party, I'm coming late. I got in the pool. I didn't get in the pool, and I burnt. Man, dog. I'm tired. I'm done with pool parties, bro. Until I get the spiffy mansion we have in the pool parties with cocaine. I'm gonna bring crystal meth back. 90s
I'm
crystal
gonna bring
meth.
crystal meth back.
Yes.
I went out of town this past. I can't say weekend. This is what weekend. Earlier in the week, I went out of town. Just came back a couple days ago.
What are you doing, bro? Are you transporting drugs?
No, I'm not trying to went out of town.
Why you keep going out of town, son?
It's not.
That Mike is tough.
Yeah, you got to handcuff Ab,
Yeah,
bro. He can't touch the
yo,
button,
put this
man.
nigga, yo, tie this nigga arms up, yo. It's the cord. That cord suck. He probably got to switch that cord. I can't hear you, Ab. You talking like John back in South 30.
You laugh?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I went out of town this past like early in the week.
Stop transporting drugs, bro.
I'm not
The
transporting
fuck,
drugs.
like this.
Shit,
Just
average
let
drug
us
mule.
know, man.
Drug mule.
Just let us know. You have degrees, bro. Like
Drug mule is
why,
crazy.
why you transporting
And
drugs?
like, I think I said this on the show before. Like, I don't really particularly love like the traveling. Like, I like to be other places, right? I don't like the middle stage. I don't like the last step I like is I like packing and I like getting to the airport.
On
Everything
time, too.
between getting to the airport and landing, I don't like. I don't like waiting for like connecting flights. I don't like checking my bag. I don't like going through. I don't
Well,
like
you gotta blame
none of
yourself.
going
You gotta
through
blame yourself with
customs.
airline you with.
Regardless, I'm saying like I don't like those steps in that process. Do I enjoy? I don't like flying. I don't like my ears popping. I don't like none of it. But I do like being other places, which you got to go through.
Well, you need to get rich, nigga.
You got to
I don't
go
know
through
what to
that,
tell you.
right? I'm just saying like you can't avoid that part unless you flying private. And even if you do, I still hate flying. So like there ain't no avoiding going other places because you got to go through those steps. So like it was a conversation that happened in the chat and they was talking about, I was in the Virgin Islands. They were saying like my man asked me, did you have a better time in the Virgin Islands or in Houston? Which to most people sounds crazy, right? Because it's like, bro, what? You're on a tropical
We
island.
talked about this. It's gonna be Houston every
Blah
single
blah
time.
blah.
bro.
Enjoying yourself. They're like, it can't possibly be Houston. That wouldn't even make sense. But I'm just like, bro, everybody don't enjoy vacationing the same way,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind either, right? Necessarily, but like everybody don't. It's like some people like going on vacation and don't plan nothing. They just want to like actually
Do shit.
relax the whole time.
Yeah.
Some people want to do excursions and plan every single minute of their trip. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
want to go to the city. Some people want to go to the, a tropical island or whatever. Some people, like everybody's idea of a vacation is different. Some people want to go to museums and see see what the city is about. Some people want to touch the actual people. Like they don't want to stay in a resort. They want to go to
Oh, you want to get
where
wild.
are the people? I want road food. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So like, I can't really say, like it sounds crazy in a statement like, yo, some people rather go to Houston than go to St. Thomas or St. Kitts or wherever, Jamaica. Like some people would rather. Well, I don't see nothing wrong with that necessarily because everybody got their own. So my question really to get around all that is like, what is your preferred style of vacation? Like if you could piece together your trip or like a 3-4 day trip, where would you go? Like, what
A
is
private
your-
resort.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't like too much noise. I think
So
I'm
you
a
want
city
one
nigga, so it's like I love noise a lot. So sometimes I just
need a
want to hear the
break
nature.
from
I just need to hear nature and the birds.
So you like a older, you want like an older resort or like one of them lit tent resorts that
Don't
niggas
unk
be up
shit.
till 4 a.m.
Don't unk shit.
just chilling.
Chilling,
You
getting a
don't want the loud-
massage.
You don't want the loud pool party.
I don't want to hear the niggas.
You got it. You want to be with the old folks.
I'm 90% nigga. Sometimes
Yeah, you need a break.
I need to wear all white and be on the beach and fall asleep drunk and shit.
That's tight.
Yeah, I don't need that's just noise. That's the niggas just like noise. That's how I see it. Like sometimes you just need to hear the birds and shit. And prayers to Jamaica too, that the hurricanes and
Wild as
yeah.
shit.
So
I just skipped that joint. Like literally,
Yeah,
as soon as I left,
yeah.
that's when it kind of like.
prayers to all my family down there. Big up.
I feel like I know your answer.
Yeah, man. Where the Southern hoes at, man? Like,
Where's the Southern hose at, bro?
straight
Can you
up,
enjoy a
man.
vacation with no hose?
No, absolutely not.
It's not fun for you.
No, not at all.
Man, you bring the hoes with you.
And I mean, like,
You bring hoes that got passports. You don't just
I mean, I just, but I don't want to bring because I'm tired of that. That's the thing about out of town. I don't know none of these faces. That's the kill. Because DC has all the hoes. Like, if we're being honest, like this is the cream of the crop. But it's better down there because I don't know these people. Or I'm a new face. It's like being a new kid in school all the time.
all the time.
And that's the feeling that I can't get up here ever. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? But that's me personally. I mean. Plus, I ain't gonna lie, resorts and shit don't really tickle my fancy like that. Y'all know where I'm from. I go back so it's like I've seen enough beaches to fulfill my whole entire life. Honestly, I'm good, bro. Straight up.
That's a good point.
So
Come from like, that's like a normal.
yeah, that ain't it. Don't. It's nice, like you know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. And home is home for multiple reasons. Like you know what I'm saying. I get to see my cousins. We turn up down there and all that. But I'm always it's a random city Charlotte City, the cities just smell different, take on different feels. Like it's
So you don't want to go to Greece? You don't want to go?
no, that's on my list.
Okay.
Greece, Brazil, couple places.
There's no hoes in Greece though.
Huh?
You bring the hoe
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you to Greece.
That might be a vacation you bring the.
What are y'all talking about? You bring the hoe with you to Greece
Let's
and let her take her fucking Instagram pics.
Huh?
They probably stink.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
interested in those.
Nah, I'm not. They probably tall and they stink.
I'm not saying that. I don't like all black people. I don't mean to say it like I mean like.
That's a clip.
We just talked about this the other podcast. Like everybody cup of tea, my cup of
Post
tea.
this
bro.
post
I
this
don't
every
wanna do those.
February when you say that.
I don't like all black people.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, for now, I'm sure that would change. And then if I'm a family, of course, vacations change and all like that. But this stage right now, I'm constructed, man. Just give me, and it don't even got to be fucking like. That's I think where people get that fucked up. Like it's like,
Just
don't get me wrong, it's nice. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like you fucking, but like dog, just being in a new environment with different women, like that shit is a.
It's a cool.
This shit is a vibe, bro.
I be saying like when I be out of town or just anywhere in general, like let's say in a vacation setting, I be seeing like dudes with their families and stuff, and like sometimes, not all the time, but like you could see like it's like an air of misery in their face, bro. Like,
They miss the
God
hoes.
Damn, bro. Like it's like I don't think
Family life is boring, low
I don't
key.
think women see it. In the, I
Family
don't-
life is boring.
Like I don't know if women see it, like they can see it in the man's face, but it's look like he's like had the life just sucked out of him, and it's be like, damn, bro.
That's why like it's 100% of niggas are single.
Like
'Cause
the look he got on his face when he's with his homies and he's just chilling. Like
He's
he
free.
looks like more alive than he is when he's with his like. I don't know, and I think part of it got to do with as the man, you're responsible for this. So it's more on your shoulders that you have to consider when you're with your family, as opposed to when you're with your homies. Like with your homies, y'all like 5 individuals. You don't have to worry about anybody else. But when you're with your family, you got to worry about everybody.
I know the
in
look you talking about, and it still should never be. It still should never be that look.
Shouldn't be
If
misery,
you got that
right?
look, you in trouble. Because I know niggas that go on like.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's all. Yeah, it's not every man, but I've seen it, and I've seen it this week. It's bad times. and
your
I'm just
kid's
like,
bad as shit. The fuck?
Damn, this nigga's looking stressed, bro.
And she just being a dickhead, so what the fuck?
Like it's the look of like despair, almost like help me, like.
Yeah, nigga, help me. Go
One of them
show me
just
the
like,
hoes.
help me. I'd be like, God damn, bro. Who wants to look like that, fam? Like,
Show me the hoes. I got hoes.
A lot of niggas ain't for that family life either, bro. Like,
you think they forcing it?
Family life is not for everybody.
You think they forcing it?
no, even though they're in their life, some of them got babysitters, they got 2 jobs and whatever. Like a lot of people, like my man told me this a long time ago when I see it. A lot of people like you work a 9 to 5, your wife works, you got home, you got babysitters. When you gotta be there, like when you can't escape your kids for like a length of time and there's no back, you'll be surprised. Some niggas is like that shit. Like not that they don't love their kids, but it's like damn, bro, that's a lot. Like
Bro, I've seen, even working in the school system, I've seen like parents like be desperately trying to get rid of their kids, right? Like they bring their kids to school early as fuck. There'd just be nobody there but the principal and the secretary, and their kid be outside just like waiting. And they gone. They like, bro, I need to get rid of this nigga for like 7 hours real quick. And it's like, damn, bro, like is that bad?
Camps was a thing, bro.
Is that bad? Like parents need a break. I do agree. I do believe that.
Especially in the summertime.
I
Oh
do
my
believe
God.
that parents need a break, bro, because like.
That's why grandma's house is important.
I think this is like not. I'm not gonna say this generation, but I feel like it's moved to, like generations before. It was the family. Like grandma was around, aunts and uncles were close. It was like multiple people caring for the kids. Now, like it's like more of a separate thing where it's just the 2 parents, and that shit is difficult, bro. Like, granted, those your kids, cool, but like that shit is still difficult. It's not.
I didn't think about it till you just said it. How much times I wasn't at home on the weekends, like whether it was with my aunt, my
Right.
uncle,
It
or
was
like
support
somebody,
around.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was somebody around to assist. Like there was, but like now in our generation, people uprooting, they moving to other cities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course that's always been a thing, but I think it's way more common now than it was in past generations. Like I remember when I got here from London, I never lived in a neighborhood that wasn't family around. And and my parents did that shit on purpose. I didn't know that at the time.
Were you
I just
part of
thought it was like
Slaughter
a coincidence.
Were you part of Slaughter again?
No, it was not part of nothing.
You was with Central C and them?
No, I know I was not. But I'm older than all them niggas, man. But like, I feel like
What side of London you was from?
I'm from Peckham, man. Tottenham
South
side,
or
bro.
north?
That's North London.
Did you
Oh, you're
call her
uptown
Yoff?
nigga. You're
Huh?
uptown
Did you
North
call her
guy.
Yoff?
No, bro. So like, the thing is,
Uptown North.
it was always a thing where we always lived in a neighborhood with like family around somewhere.
In London too?
Yeah.
Oh,
here,
wow.
but here specifically, like whether it was in Landover or we lived in Cheverly or Kentland or Bladensburg or wherever, it was always family around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my parents did that shit on purpose.
All right, I really don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
And I really hate to bring this up because this is like, John, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
Gosh, dog, please
I
don't
want to see
break
where
it
this is
up.
going, bro.
Yeah.
I'm following you, bro.
So when you say, as somebody that's been through this,
Uh-huh.
I won't say the name. I would just say you're so quick in the chat to talk about a certain person who you feel doesn't have a style or is a culture vulture. And I always tell you, if especially being an immigrant or knowing people as immigrants, everybody, especially at least from the West Indian side, the Caribbean side, there's a 4-place hotspot. It's New York, it's Toronto, it's London. Like these shits are synonymous with each other, like literally cross paths. Which is why Toronto sounds like the way they do now. Which is why they all have that dumbass accent, and which is why because they literally intertwine too fast. That's their thing. You act like this is something you can't grasp or can't.
I can't,
When you,
bro.
what the fuck you just said? All right,
I was 6 though.
okay, bro. All right, continue. My
You
bad.
move
what
here.
I'm
You move here when you say.
Yeah.
I was like 5 or 6, bro.
Okay.
Like I don't even remember a lot of those experiences. Like,
But
I
you
was
can't
there.
understand why they the way they are after.
No, I
He's a
can't.
hypocrite.
Even my
What?
cousins who
John,
were
he's a
still there.
hypocrite. John, he's a
even my
hypocrite.
cousins who
He's
were
a
still there,
hypocrite.
who were there when I was there, and they're still there. It's not the same.
What do you
Bro,
mean it's not the same?
As far as like the culture is still it's a different culture. They adopt American shit all the time. We talk about this all the time.
Who, London or Toronto?
London.
Okay, cool. But I'm just saying that
I
mix is.
can't give you that because they got their own. They got their own shit.
No, they do.
They got their own. They got their own.
Absolutely
Like they
have
got their own shit.
But I'm telling you, bro.
The women, I love London women. London black women fuck with me.
Bro, we all know
They all
that
good
black
people.
American culture.
They like
specifically-
Nike Shocks too much though.
This is coming from
And Nike running shoes a
This coming
lot.
from a man
Like-
who was raised in an African culture, right? There's no culture as influential as black American culture specifically, bro.
That's not what.
That's-
So
that's not what. I'm
everybody
arguing.
else who adopts it is adopting it.
That's not what I'm
I
arguing.
can't say
But
that.
why-
Ev. I can't say that.
But if you
It's still, bro. It's still
cool, but what? But dog, that's sometimes you like. Let's say the South, for example, their whole draw, and yes, there's different nuances of the South. Whether you
Right.
like Atlanta sounds a little different from South
Orleans,
Carolina, whatever.
right.
But when you were in college, you see a country nigga, you be like, he's a country nigga.
North
You
side
think
is
that-
different
yeah,
from.
You think
from
it was one
Buckhead.
state that was the first nigga to sound like a country nigga? Like clearly somebody adopted something from everybody, but that's
Yeah,
still they sound,
of
bro.
course.
So why is it different when it comes like why can't you understand that up there?
What you mean though?
All right, let me continue with you. Man,
I
fuck
think I'm
it.
struggling to connect.
Go ahead, continue what you're saying, bro. My bad. I ain't mean it, bro. I don't know. But go ahead,
I think
continue.
I'm struggling to.
No, it's cool,
Maybe we
it's
can have
cool.
that conversation later.
It's cool, it's
But like, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Yeah, you was like a 10-mile radius of.
Oh yeah. So like, I think the family thing is always like being around, being around close to the family. So I guess like the look. I think parents just stressed as fuck.
That's right.
That's really what I think. I think they just stressed, bro. And I think the fathers that I be seeing who be looking like they just want to end it all. I think like that's how they be looking. I be like, damn, I feel bad for this dude. Like that look comes from like them
That's why they
not
start
wanting,
cheating.
them not wanting or feeling comfortable with telling they partner
They
that
start
like,
cheating with the hoes.
like yo, this too much for me.
Yo, hoes is everything to the world, bro. Me and I appreciate y'all, bro.
They make
For
the world go
real.
round.
It ain't mad.
Hey, this world would not be built without hoes, bro. For real, bro. I just want to know the whole black
funniest
culture is
They
full
got
of hoes.
personality, bro.
They got spunk.
Spunk. They got spunk.
Like stepmoms are the side hoe.
Oh my god, what's going on?
You know, this is. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. The father,
Yeah, I was
daddy's
treading lightly.
girlfriend. That's the side hoe. That's the stepmom.
Damn.
The fuck? Like what the fuck?
Start
Like
a new family across town. That
the
shit's fun.
fuck? Fuck Miss Webb. Yeah, that's your daddy's side hoe,
Yeah,
nigga.
let me ask y'all a question. Just
Hoes make America.
like if we just look through history, right? Like, why do we convince ourselves that people can be faithful? Like if we just not to say that it's impossible.
Talk to yourself.
right?
I'm a very faithful.
Not to
single
say
black
that
man.
it's impossible, but like if we follow the track through history, right?
I would say,
Being
like, men
faithful
are
is
not made to
born,
be- That's
bro.
a fact.
Why
Being faithful is born.
do we assume that it's possible? Not even just men.
Because at the
women
end you
too.
get broke up.
No, it's definitely possible. But
Women too. Like why do we assume like that's the likely? Like that's likely.
I don't know.
no, women could be. Everybody could be faithful, bro.
I didn't say it's impossible. That's what I'm saying. It's possible. Well, why do we assume? Look at the numbers, bro. Like, why do we ignore like numbers? I don't understand.
I mean, you hit it on the head. Marriage was never even a love concept.
Marriage is a business. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for like 5 years on this fucking show. Marriage is a business.
I think we trying to.
It's no love in business when you married. That's why you need to fall in love instead of fucking having a business. Like your wife is not your business manager. Bitch, look at it. You gonna love me or not? Because I'm gonna fuck with the hoes.
It's going to come and go.
Because I'm gonna fuck with the hoes. You gonna love me or not? I'm gonna go fuck with the
I
hoes.
had a conversation with my man yesterday, and he said some shit I never thought of.
That girl don't like you no more when she married to you.
I never really thought of it before. He was just like, yo, bro. He was talking about one of his close homies. He was like, homie in a relationship, and it's rocky with his girl. He liked the girl, but it's rocky because she not giving him enough sex. That's how he feels.
That's always the main thing.
But listen though, right? He said he don't blame homegirl. He blamed his man for not keeping it 100 with her. He said his
That's a
man
fact,
didn't
though.
keep it 100 because
That's a fact.
when they was just dating before they committed to a relationship, he had other joints that he could go see
Go fuck.
regularly.
Go fuck the hoes.
So he never felt like he was missing nothing, right? He had 4 or 5 girls. He had a rotation.
Oh, that nigga was moving.
So listen, right? He had 4 or 5 girls. He had a rotation, and he ended up choosing one.
He married the wrong one.
No, he ain't married yet. He ended up choosing one and committing to a relationship with her, not realizing
The fourth one
I
or
don't
the
know,
fifth
but
one?
I'm saying like not realizing that like, oh, I only get sex from her once a week.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So, but you felt like it was more because you was spreading yourself out.
Yeah,
So now that you're not spreading yourself out, she's gonna continue to do what she was doing while y'all were dating.
Yeah.
And you mad
She
at
ain't
her.
unlock it. She ain't unlock it
But
yet.
I'm saying you mad at her because she not giving you enough sex. But honestly, it's your fault because you didn't tell her that you was out here moving like that. So she's okay with doing what she was doing to get you. You didn't keep it real with her and tell her that you was.
Are they engaged?
No, they're just in a relationship.
Oh,
Like you didn't tell her that you was. That this is what you were doing outside.
I mean, she probably can't handle that food on that table. She can't handle that.
But I'm saying like that's not her fault though.
I gotta blame her.
That's his.
I can't believe these niggas that still had this type of problem, bro.
Absolutely, it's crazy. But
Nah,
like
that shit's really
that's his
unfair,
fault,
bro.
is it not? You can't blame her. She doing what she was always doing.
Yeah, he's a doofus. Like,
Yeah, that is his
But I
fault.
think a lot of dudes get into that situation, bro. And
You
they
gotta
don't-
nah,
put
I
everything-
could
you
be
gotta-
fucking. I could be fucking 5 bitches. I know exactly who's like that. That's what I'm saying. He's just not even.
I think a lot of
he's a
dudes
slouch.
find
Like,
themselves
like,
in that situation where they might like a girl so much that they don't realize
nah, that's on you.
all
That,
the things that
that's
come
on you.
with
that's
it.
on you,
That's
bro.
on
Like,
you.
Oh, it's 100% on
That's
him.
on you.
and
100%.
You gotta keep it a buck with
And
her.
if that's the case, you're a doofus, bro. Like certain shit I can get. Trust me, I've juggled more than a few. Like on the cassette, but like there's certain shit, yeah, that you don't get when you like. But knowing the amount of like,
Yeah,
that's
that's on
not
you.
something that's not a detail that's left out, bro. I don't care if you're juggling 10. Like you know who like what the fuck is wrong with your man? Like that man. Like it's on him. Like he's
Nah, he made himself a miserable
Absolutely,
boss. He
you
made
should
himself
know-
a miserable boss.
You should know if you like somebody that has a high sex drive. You should. It should be easy to
Unless you
tell.
juggling like
You
20.
gotta just tell her that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you juggling like a dub or something cool.
You gotta
like,
you gotta tell her that. I have a high sex drive.
got to
I gotta get this shit out.
get this monkey.
What's
off my
up?
back, bro.
You gonna get what's up? Are we gonna do this or not?
And you can't-
I have a serious high drive.
can't
I need to
change
go to therapy.
You can't change that either. Bro. You gotta go to therapy. That's a problem.
therapy.
You're a villain.
I just need a fuck.
It's a red flag.
I just need to
I
fuck.
just need
bro.
a fuck.
Yeah, that's a red flag, bro. You can't control
I
yourself.
need a fuck every
That's a
Friday.
Netflix documentary coming out soon.
Absolutely, bro.
That's a
I need to fuck every Friday, and you're not fucking me for 5 months.
This nigga's really like that, bro. And you said in a relationship? I'm not even signing up. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck.
leaving
not-
her.
not
I'm
married.
gone.
I'm in a
We're
relationship.
done.
You think I'm in a relationship and begging for sex? Get the
No,
fuck,
what the
bro.
fuck I look like? Hey,
That's insane,
I
bro.
gotta tap you. What?
Deuces.
That's bad. That's a recipe.
Hit the
Like
deuces.
sex is not like the end all be all, but like you find
No,
yourself in
if
that
I'm
situation,
fucking with
bro.
you need to
God damn.
drop,
bro.
You find yourself in that situation.
drop,
That's tough.
drop. You need to drop it.
Dang, Vikings second round pick just died in a car accident.
Wow, ooh, which one?
Crazy, the corner. That's
Damn,
insane.
that's crazy.
Breaking
I'll
news.
to that, brother.
Breaking news.
I'll be that, brother. That's sad.
Dang, that's crazy. Where do you think of that?
Yeah, that's why you gotta. This is why if I do get married, I gotta tell her everything I need.
You have to, bro. You have to be as honest.
Cause you not, everybody gonna be sad. Niggas gonna blame me. I'm like, no.
I
I
can say
told her.
emphatically, I won't cheat on my wife though. That I could stand like.
That's why my wife would be a
I know a
slut,
lot of
though.
people like. I know I could honestly say I wouldn't cheat on my wife. Now, when I get married, that's a different story. But I can't.
Do you believe in like getting it out your system? Do you think that's a thing?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, I don't
bro.
think
Yes. Been saying that shit for years.
Don't think it's a thing.
Man, look, man.
If that's your mentality, I don't think you'll ever be ready because eventually
ever
you'll
be.
because
I'm
by that thought process, right? By that process, that's a time thing. So if I done fucked this many joints and I quote unquote got it out my system and then I'm switching to one person, eventually the need to get it out my system is going to build back up. So that doesn't that you're never going to be by that metric. I don't see how that it's
happen,
never
bro.
going to be. Yeah,
I mean, you
know
might
what I'm
got masturbate a little bit more.
Because really, I think it's like a self control thing. Honestly, like.
Yeah, it's a self control, but
But
sometimes
like,
you just need to.
You can't.
I
get
keep
it
telling
out
you,
your
people
system,
have,
bro.
you know, for real, people is real sex addicts out here, and people just
absolutely, bro.
people just
For
gotta get that shit is a drug. Like fucking is a drug. Yeah, it's like yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Nah,
It's not the same thing.
it's not the same.
What I'm saying is, you might need sex, bro, but the whole feeling of running around and having fuck everybody.
Oh, wow,
You know,
it's a
That
lot of
gets-
fucking. That's disease.
Yeah, you've done it for sure. But
Bro, but hear me out. Even by that example, I know people that are okay being in the house and they've chilled in the house, but eventually at some point they're like, you know what, I want to step out because I've stayed in the house enough. So then you go to that club. In this case, that's a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. If that's your metric for like that getting out your system thing or whatever, eventually the need to do that is going to build back up. Just like you might be tired of the club, but after like a newborn baby and after that whole year where you come inside too, like you want to let loose with your niggas, you want to go pause or want to go outside or whatever. That's going to be the same thing on the other side of the spectrum with a joint. If the fucking is to get out your system, if that's the end all be all, bro, you're eventually going to get back to the point where that need is going to build back up. Like that's
drug.
not a.
It's a drug.
And then what?
It's
When
a
it
drug.
happens,
Sex
you know
is a
what I'm saying?
drug,
get
bro.
it out your system, bro. I don't believe in that. I don't believe
I
in getting
believe
out
in
your-
that. I
I
believe
feel
in
like if you have a desire, you're always going to have a desire.
Yeah, that's
for
what
women.
that's my point.
That's what it is. That's what I think. That's what it
That's my
is.
point.
That's
You'll
what it is.
never
to me.
not be attracted to other
Exactly.
women.
Exactly.
Like, that's
7
never
years
gonna
into
go away.
7 years into the marriage, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm so glad I did all that shit back in 10 years ago. I don't even have to. That's
doesn't
not how
work,
life
bro.
works. Bro.
You still
That's not how life works.
walk outside, you see a fat ass, you still gonna look back.
You can look, nigga, don't mean you gonna touch.
Yeah, but
But it's
you
no
wanna
such,
touch.
there's no such thing as you're always going to be sexually attracted to
Yeah.
women. I don't think there's any such thing as getting that out of your system. Like that urge is always going to be
I
there.
think it gets harder.
And it might get worse. Yeah,
It get worse.
I think it gets harder the
I think it
more.
worse. I
I
think it
think
worse.
it gets harder
Marriage.
to commit the more women that you dealt with, bro.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because now you
100%.
comparing this woman to the 100 other women you've been with before her. You're like, man, I remember Tasha used to do it this way, and like that's not like a space you want to be in trying to commit yourself in a marriage, bro. Like, because nobody's perfect, bro. So you trying to piece. That's how people get the situation where they trying to piece together people, or they
Yeah,
get with somebody
that's a fact.
and they trying to make them into somebody else. It's like, bro, that's not where you want to be at, bro.
Yeah,
and the
that's
only
right.
way you get there is when you have a bad experience. It's I don't know, like.
I don't even step further. I don't even think love like
Fucking
I don't even think love
True,
gets you
bro.
like. Well, let me not speak for everybody else. Speak for myself. If when I eventually do have a wife, love is not going to keep me from cheating on her. I don't believe
Nah,
in
I
that.
don't think
That
so.
that doesn't. I don't give self control is going to make me do what I want to do. And
Respect.
number two, it's more so the fact like I joke a lot. We all joke a lot. Like I like a joke. Like the jokes and laughter is important, but like shit that I deem important in my life, I'm not a jokey guy about. Like I don't like say this podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can whatever. But if somebody was making jokes about the pod, like, hey, that pod, well, like, nah, I take this seriously. You know what I'm saying? Or like, no difference from a sports team or whatever. Like, whatever I'm serious about, I don't like being joked at. And it's like, if I have a wife, I do not want to walk in the spot. I shouldn't be able to walk in the spot and it's people pointing like, oh yeah, there go John. Like, look at this nigga with his. He was just in my DMs last week, or I was just fucking him last week. Now when you
was you in
post
the
the
DMs,
family
John?
pics, now when you post some pajama pics, your kid, your wife, all of y'all look stupid based on you because they done seen like it all looks like a joke. And if that's my thing and my family, my matrimony, I don't want it to be looked at as a joke. That's what's gonna keep me from cheating. Because like this is serious here. I don't want you to be able to point and poke holes in something I hold near and dear to my heart. It ain't love. It's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my personal thing. I just don't want to be looked at. I don't want my matrimony to be looked at as stupid.
Yeah. And I
don't even know
value
what that shit look
self.
like.
I value like discipline too. Like, I think that's harder. I think that's more respect worthy than just a nigga that's just like out here doing anything.
Yeah.
I respect the nigga who can control himself, who can get access, right? But he choose like, nah, I'm cool.
And your mystique is greater like that. Like your aura go up.
I respect that man 100 times more than I respect the nigga who just out here letting it loose, like with no self control. I respect the nigga with discipline more.
Man, you just judge niggas who let it loose.
I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you I got more respect for
I just told you.
who know how to hold it down, hold it together.
I just told you some niggas ain't got that. Some niggas
That's
just
a problem.
animals.
That's a problem.
Men are animals, bro.
I've even heard of situations where like niggas in the business world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they won't deal. Like my cousin's like, he does his thing in the business space. You know, we have conversations about like, certain meetings and conversations and places that he's in, people that he's meeting or whatever. And it's just like, bro, like they don't respect me the same because I don't have a wife,
Yeah.
right? They look at me like I'm a loose cannon because every time I come around, I got a different girl, or when I bring in these spaces, I don't have the same woman. They all married, and some of them younger than me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They married. Every time we have these meetings, we have these, you know what I'm saying, there's money being talked about. They don't trust me necessarily the same way that they trust, because my life is inconsistent as fuck. You know what I mean? My life is inconsistent for real, like compared to what they got going on. So it looks like I don't have the same discipline, and they don't necessarily want to trust me with these $1 million deals because of the way the rest of my life looks.
It's crazy, yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's
It's kind of like, they look at me like, oh, this nigga not focused on this because he got all these women he's juggling. He can't possibly be focused on this. At least a man who's in a relationship, who's committed, or who's married, I know that's not a box he's trying to check off every time he leaves the house.
I do believe that's a benefit to
That
marriage.
makes sense.
That's probably one of the, I ain't gonna say one of the few, because that makes me sound crazy, but that is one of the nods I would give marriage. I do believe as a nigga, it has no choice but to boss you up or make you go for it, because like the stuff as a single man that we would spend money on,
Yeah,
it's almost like for the relationship, there's no need to like really do some of that stuff, because I'm not courting and I could really put my money into other things that we are, like the need to go out or buy certain stuff or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not as much. I could funnel it into us. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely believe in that. Let me get it straight though. I don't judge. So for everybody that's watching this though, that's one thing I make sure I don't do. So if you are currently out here and doing you whatever, like bro, whatever floats your boat, hey, my nigga. No, the only thing I judge about is being a deadbeat dad. Other than that, bro,
Yeah.
or being just like a bad person in general. But other than that, do your thing. I just like that just ain't my cup of tea with that shit. But
Speaking on the deadbeat dad thing, how do you address or do you address somebody ain't doing right by like?
shit, yeah.
How do you have that conversation with a homie, for example, or a cousin, or somebody that you know was around?
Keep my distance.
So you don't address it.
I keep my
You
distance.
just
I
like,
address it
I'ma
and I
just
keep my
leave-
distance.
Leave it alone.
Because he's not gonna listen to me. So when I keep my distance and he don't see me around, it's
That's a
over.
message.
I respect that rule.
It's over.
Yeah, I respect that.
All I'm gonna tell you one time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
Just
we
one.
had a combo.
It might be twice or 3 times or 4. That's it.
After that, it's like
That's it.
you made
Because you know what the fuck you doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, that's real shit rule.
I think isolation does it.
yeah, you gotta isolate
Like,
yourself from
Once
that.
your whole circle start like moving away from you, and you look up, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
niggas don't really fuck with me no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stay out of that type of shit because I don't know what she doing to him.
You don't know the whole situation.
Yeah, we don't know what side she's playing in that too. So I definitely,
Like,
We actually got a friend that
Do we?
Of course, I'm not going to say his name.
I like to pride myself on not having no deadbeat dads around me, bro.
Nah, we got a friend. He ain't. It's funny part. I think he watched too, but he not.
Scaring me, bro.
He not around that much anymore for different reasons, but. And it might have been her because I've heard stuff about her too, but it's still to me no excuse.
It's not really that many excuses, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I can't think of that many excuses, except for like the severe ones where women is like purposely keeping the child away from you.
That's always that,
That's a
and,
different
and to me that's always the problem. Like he doing what he doing, but it's just And then the thing with that shit, she posted shit on Instagram trying to make us believe in that shit, but you know, I really stay out of that. Like I literally like be like, bro, yeah, I can't. It's nothing I could do. You know, y'all gotta handle that in court. That the court, you gotta do that. I stay out of that because you don't know what she doing. Because a woman could play so many fucking games and. You know, he pick his son up one day, he don't see his son for a whole month. Like that shit get real tragic.
I know one situation that was like that. I don't want to, get into the details.
I know a joint like that too. But the difference is, I knew that like you can clearly see the nigga was fighting for like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the difference,
I don't be seeing no.
When there's no fight
There's
in
no
you,
fight, yeah.
it's like, damn, this nigga don't want to be around for it.
I'm talking like taking a toll on it. Like it's like we out somewhere. Like, dog, I just want to see my like really
Right,
legitly
like
taking a toll on like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That space though, like Royce, I tried. I don't know. And sometimes some shit you might have to have an actually kid to see with, because we do have a homie that's actually a good dad. And you know what for sure. We got multiple good dads in the shoot. Yeah, my bad.
The fuck?
Yeah. About 99.9% of them. Yeah.
Right.
But
I punched that like no.
and he's in our chat and he said, I remember, I never forget, he said one time, he was like, Roy, you know him too. And he said, he was like, and he's still with his lady. They about to get married. Well, she don't know, but he's about to propose any minute now. And he said, and I consider him a absolute stand-up nigga. Sure. He's always showed stand-up qualities. Even when we were younger and you shouldn't have certain qualities of like of responsibility, he's always, that's why I give him a high, like he's always maintained a pretty level, you know what I'm saying? But he said shit that one day he was in chat, he was like, hey yo, this might sound crazy and I love blank to death, but I see how niggas be like, fuck it. Like I'm good off this. And for him to say that, and I was like, yo, maybe this shit is a different beast. And mind you, they together, like they working this out. And he even said like, yo, like we got a 2-parent household with this one, but I could see how I could see how niggas just be like, bro, this shit is like, fuck it. Like, and I was like, maybe I don't know how crazy that shit get. You know what I'm saying? That always stuck out to me a little bit. Like maybe this shit is a little rougher than.
That's why. That's the main reason I don't have. Y'all don't see Fule baby mother yet.
This nigga said, they in my nuts, bro.
Yeah, it's in my nuts, bro. My kids is staying in my nuts, bro.
I was crying when I see that post,
my kids in my nuts,
nigga said,
bro.
don't ask you where my kids at. They in my nuts.
Nah, bro, I be getting a Father's Day joke, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm gonna flick off on one of y'all, bro.
No more dad's jokes, man.
I'm sick of that. You're worried why you don't have no kids, nigga.
They do become a little more judgy.
Yeah, I'm not like when y'all. If I had kids, bro, I'ma love y'all children, bro. Like Uncle Roy, yeah, like
force kids on somebody.
Yeah, bro, y'all forcing that shit on me, bro.
I seen a girl online say if he over 30 with no kids, I wouldn't.
You know how much fun I have?
I was like, what the fuck? She was like, I wouldn't even date the nigga.
Like today, I had so much fun watching old cartoons, bro, by myself. Like, you know how much peace, like a nigga at peace, bro. Like you don't understand, like. I worry about this crybaby ass little nigga, man.
I'm in Charlotte house. We in the joint downstairs, and like
her
T over there. So T got her kids over there. Dot and T got, you know what I'm saying, their kids over there. Charlotte got his kids over there. Kendall got his kid over there. And then they upstairs doing whatever. And then like we hear a loud thud, and then they run upstairs to make sure everything's cool. And they come back now. And the child just looked at me and said, hey bro, I hate you, dog. I said, what the fuck I do? He was like, it just blows me how at peace you are. Like you're not even worried about the possibility of anything happening upstairs because you don't have nothing to be responsible for. He said, you're really at peace right now. Like she was like, you know, the last time I've been able to do that, and I'm like. That's why I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm in this space. She was really mad. She was like, look at you. You don't got a care in the world right now, do you? I'm like, nah, not care wise, but.
You straight?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
want juice?
But that's real shit.
Get out.
She was like, the whole time I've been down here having this conversation, my ears and my eyes have been like low-key, like pointed upstairs, and you just don't even give a fuck. I'm like, nah, you don't. I don't want nothing to happen to her because those my,
right.
But, yeah. Damn, but I'm not in a rush to be in that situation.
Y'all niggas gonna pop one. Y'all gonna pop one next year.
It's clearly no rush here at this point. Like, what the fuck? Niggas almost 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My uncle be like, man, you need to hurry up, man. Every time I see you, he be like, you need to come on, man. If you want this, you need to hurry up, man.
How many kids he got?
I be like, damn, bro, get out my fucking business.
My fucking business, bro.
God damn. Why are you pushing this on me, bro? I need, you got to do this, man, if you want to be somebody.
It's crazy because my mom pushing me to have them, and my aunt is telling me, like, just hold up. Something I thought about lately is, and I don't even know if my aunt realizes this because she's one of the only, me and her are the only people like here, and I do a lot for her. And even sometimes she feels like I'm not there enough, and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to be in a situation like where we realize it or not. Like, eventually, I'm gonna have kids and a wife, and we're gonna be at a crossroads where you need even more care, but my life is more busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not gonna bode well.
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
man, that's the tough one, bro. When
That's
you
a
got
tough
like,
one. The being dependent on is tough,
when
bro.
you got like older family you got to consider, and then your life is moving in a certain direction. Like, I be having that conversation all the time, bro. I be like, listen, bro, like, I don't act like I'm not here. Like, don't, like literally, I'll be like, like, look at me as a visitor when you see me. Like, I'm like a special guest. Like, don't expect anything from me like that.
Yeah.
Because my shit is I'm all over the fucking place, bro. Like literally, like don't expect me to be doing anything unless you talk to me. Like my mother, my whole life she used to be like, she feel like, and I'm sure.
Can you leave the mic alone, Ab?
Oh yeah, I'm sure like, I'm sure y'all have experienced this where like, your mother will inconvenience the shit out of you. Though.
Yeah.
Don't care about what you got going on in your life. It's almost like, yo,
I lie. That's why I lie.
I need this done.
Yeah.
And it'd be like,
I mean, you dependent. That's tough, bro.
That's
you
my
not
aunt.
realize I have a whole life? Like, what the fuck?
That's my aunt.
You
My
super
mom is-
dependable too, bro.
My mom is super independent.
And you got another brother.
It'd be
You
ridiculous.
have another sibling.
It's ridiculous, dog. And it's to the point, like, when I was younger, I ain't really care. Because, like,
Yeah.
I ain't have much life going on. Like, I go to school, I come home, I might go to work. That was my life. But, like, as you get older, it's kind of like, yo, fam, like, I'm actually 15, fam. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you understand this. Like, I think there's some confusion here. Like,
See, that's my aunt. And the difference too is like I can't even get mad at her because like your mom and my mom are pretty much in the same as far as like physically they can still do everything they need
Right,
to do.
right.
They can't lift super heavy stuff,
Right.
but they can like
Still move
my
around.
mom could get around. My mom could get around.
Right,
Like
I'm
she
not
might go
concerned about
walking.
that, yeah.
They do all that. It might take my aunt. Like when I took him to Joe's over, it probably took her like 5 minutes to get from car that was right in front to the door, like because she has a back problem. So that changes.
it changes things.
So she can't do normal basic stuff. So like she actually really needs me for certain
Right,
shit.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. It's like a whole wild situation because that's why I kind of wanted her to stay in Barbados after that whole COVID thing happened. But she was like, that's not home. Like, I mean, she's like, it's home, but like I'm American. I was like, look, you don't got to preach to me because if anybody knows, I know exactly how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where it's like, I just wonder how that's because when I have a kid and a wife and all that, like, I mean,
Would you ever, like,
no.
what you think my question was going to be?
About moving with us?
Yeah.
No.
That was definitely going to be my question.
No.
She
You
need that
wouldn't
medical
consider
aid.
No.
She goes
Really?
to home.
No.
How old is she?
My aunt might be like 75
Oh, she gotta go to a home.
or 6.
You wouldn't consider it?
I hate to say
Why?
that. She gotta go to a home.
Because I've seen what that looks like. Because in Barbados, that's a bit.
That's
Listen,
normal.
in
Very
Barbados,
normal
you got to do something crazy. Like your family has to, it's almost a mark against your family if you send somebody to a home.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
something has to
Sure.
be
But
like
that's all Caribbean
You have to,
homes.
yeah, facts.
absolutely.
You have to make
That's
sense of
foreign
it. Like,
in
you
general.
need to-
And then the Caribbean, they like to die in their home, bro.
That's
No,
foreign.
for shit,
They
exactly.
really
Roy, exactly.
like to
and then
die
they
in
go
their
kicking
home.
and screaming.
Yeah.
You can't take them outside of
absolutely.
their house too. They don't
Yeah.
move to yours like
Yeah.
their house. So
Yeah.
I've seen people move into their house. That's how we got the one mother living in Barbados now. We had Bank Hall Main Road. My grandma, she still has. Took care of Aunt Marge did till she died. My great grandma Granny with the joint on Wavell Avenue. That's the joint that my mom lives in now. She rented out the other joint, but those were under those circumstances.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's sick, she needs me. I'm moving over here to help it. But that honestly, and that's where America falters at.
Yep.
That's how shit is supposed to
how it's
be
supposed to
ran.
go.
That's how houses stay in family. That's how people in Barbados or like nobody's kicking you out the house, bro. Like if you're leaving. I mean, people leave because they have other shit, but the house thing, and I know mad cousins that have moved out their house, had success, the mother or something died or auntie died, and they've moved back in the house.
Yeah.
And so, like, because houses stay in the family, it's only, we got this fucked up culture here for
Yeah.
that no scrub shit where you got to get out at like 20. It's only really us for real thinking like this. But yeah, it's sad that, but I've seen how that looks like. And that's a tough ask too for the wife.
Yeah, kind of.
True, you know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna care because it's my aunt and she loves me. She don't got to give a fuck about my aunt. Like real shit. Like to that level. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro, because I feel like if she give a fuck about you that much, that's gonna come with it.
The living quarters matter too,
Absolutely.
right? But my aunt also shouldn't be my wife's burden at any point. And you would disagree because family's family at that point.
It is, though, bro.
If it's not mom, I don't.
Because essentially, she's your mother here,
For sure.
right?
Even growing up, my aunt and my mom they literally had
Right.
probably 55.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? 45 split of who like
So
you know what I'm saying, I was raised with. So
that is that's how it goes. It has to come with the territory. If she don't understand that, I think that's her problem personally. Like I understand not trying to
I feel
burden
you.
somebody with your, but that's what comes with you.
I would rather her be in the home though.
No, I mean, because of the care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can honestly, they could do more for her than I can. I swear to God.
Them
Even being
hoes are
amongst her
fire,
peer
bro.
group. Like my aunt right now living them Breed Temple joints. It's not a home. It's
Right,
their own
right, right.
apartments,
It's
but it's a
independent
community.
living. Independent
And one of her favorite things to do is like, yeah, I'm gonna go to community center today. I'm gonna play bingo. I'm gonna do whoop de whoop. Like that's still her social life.
Right,
She has zero social life
she
at the
come
crib,
with
but none. Like you know what I'm saying?
They still need social life now.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
That's a tough one, bro. Because like I was saying earlier, I do want. My mother wants to go back home. She don't want to stay here too much longer. She wants to go back home. So like, and that's a different concern. You know what I mean? Like just like with your mother, right? She's back home. So it's like that's a different concern because it's like I can't see her when I want to.
It was the biggest weight off my shoulders ever though.
I believe
Because I
that.
know how insane here it like the fact that I don't have to.
Yeah.
Dog, I remember when we was in school. My mother, I crashed the Civic.
Mm-hmm.
My mother gave me her car because she was like, I can get to work by Subway,
Right.
and she was taking the joint to Subway every joint. Even when she had a little apartment that she got from my aunt, not my aunt, but the aunt in. We call her aunt, but she's from New York. But she was living in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
and she left and gave her the apartment on East Street. So she was renting that joint out, and. Dog, I used to literally I didn't like none of that shit. I didn't like her taking the subway. That shit always used to weigh on me because I know how the subway is. Even dealing with like them tenants down East Street, I didn't like her used to do that. Till the point came where I ended up taking over all that shit. Like I would go talk to him, like I would go down there on Thursdays to talk to him, or I would but I know how crazy here is. And Barbados has its own thing, but it's more respectful for adults. The youth is
100%.
more so like when she's in Barbados, I'd be so happy I don't have to worry about her living in this America. Because these motherfuckers don't give a shit about nothing, bro. And I'm so glad I don't got to worry about that. Like it was honestly one of the biggest burdens.
true.
And she around family, like mad family.
Yeah.
I got mad cousins over there. She's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was actually a good lift off my shoulders for real.
That's true for sure. I don't know why that is true because when I think about my mom moving back, that part I'd be like, you know, I don't gotta think about it. Like they all care for each other. Everybody cares for
And she's probably happier.
each other. She's gonna
Like,
be
all
happier.
jokes aside, she's gonna be
She's
happier.
not gonna have to like stress about much. Like so in that regard, but I think it's more selfish for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't
Gotta let her go ahead.
go see if her, or something happens. It's gonna take me 24 hours to get there, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't something I can just pick up and drive down the street. I gotta
And it's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
pack a bag, pay $2,000 to go deal with whatever it is that I got to deal with, and that's not. And I'm seeing now, like, you know, what I'm saying my cousin he just lost his mom, right? My aunt just died back home, and he just got on a flight day before yesterday to go deal with that, right? And like, that ain't what you don't want to. Nobody wants to deal with that when you can't be. You know, up close. Like my other cousin, his parents died in Saudi Arabia in the heat wave or whatever. Both of them, crazy as fuck. He's in. You know, what I'm saying he had to go catch because they're not sending the body back. Their bodies back. So
That's
he had
that's
to go
the
over there.
that's the bummer.
He had to go over there and deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like at least like for I don't want to say it by name, but one of the homeboys, his mom just died or whatever. So I went to the funeral last week. And she was in the house with them while she was, you know what I'm saying, she was in the house. So she wasn't in a center or, you know, they would have the nurses come to the house and she had family around. So she died in her house.
Yeah.
Right. And that I feel like for him was, you know, him and his siblings, that was a much more comfortable.
It's more peaceful.
It was a much more peaceful exit than it would have been otherwise because they were all there when she transitioned, which is a whole nother thing. But like they were all in the house with her, in the room with her when she transitioned, so they were able to have that moment with her. Right? It ain't like something you got to hear about. Which is, I think, another thing. Like I don't want the call.
Yeah, that's the one benefit.
Don't fucking
that,
calls, bro. I hate the calls.
Something
bro.
that's been in my mind that I don't speak about a lot that has, and it's kind of like that thing that ticks that makes me like, all right, John, you gotta go a little hard on this. Like, and I'm not, Let me knock on wood, 100%. Thankfully, I have a mom that's in good health. For what we know, but we also know when you get to that age, you're on. It's always a sharp turn. You're at an age where like suddenly you good, and one turn you turn, and it's like because of the living situation and everything, I really have to have my bread like right before that starts happening, because that's literally going to cost me thousands and thousands of dollars between the trips from here to Barbados or the career or like planning that whole thing out. That's literally going to cost me a easy 10 grand, like easy. So it's like, bro, I have to. And she's at the age, again, knock on wood, she's good, but she's at the age where like that right turn can happen at any moment. And like I that always plays in my head like, dog, you gotta like really have your shit right, because this is gonna be expensive as fuck. Auntie so much I don't have to worry about, because she like we gotta get a light, like that's an uncomfortable conversation I had too.
Right,
And I last summer I had to sit down with a guy and do the will with auntie, do the whatever, and like what happens and how she wants stuff allocated, and if she dies, what she wanted. That was a wild ass conversation. So, but that's more so taken care of, because like that, if that happened, the money's already set aside. It's all good. Whoop de whoop, not traveling. Like you gotta pay for little stuff here and there. We're good. My mom's gonna be a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying? That's literally gonna cost me a grip.
For sure.
A grip.
Yeah.
Shit get crazy, bro.
Shit, wow.
Shit is, and it's just fucking expensive as fuck.
It's
bro.
too
Like,
expensive, bro.
My you know, me and my pops is here, right? And we kind of like trying to rebuild a relationship. Anyway, so like his wife,
That nigga.
his
Mr.
wife got into an accident while he was here.
Mm.
Somebody hopped the curb, and the car hit her. She lost her leg. They had to amputate her leg, right?
Shit.
And fucking, he's going through it. So sick, like miserable, not even like a shell of himself. And it's kind of like, it's difficult for me to attach almost, because it's like,
not my mom. Not
you know
my,
what I'm
I
saying?
guess,
Like, I don't really know her, but I know you, and I have a little sister, so I can, you know,
wow.
kind of like.
How old is
you
your
know,
little sister?
She's 15 now.
Shit.
So anyway, like, the healthcare system back home is trash, right? So it was up
Same
to
in
us.
Barbados.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey,
awful.
that's so
So
bad.
it
That's
got
so
up to
bad.
a certain point. They was like, "Yo, we can't help her no more.
Mm.
Like, we don't even know if we can keep her alive anymore, because she lost so much blood."
Mm.
Like, so they had to make a split decision. They had to take her to India. They sent her ass. They sent her ass to India, so she can get, you know, treatment there. So they had to, like campaign, and like people. He had to raise like $20,000, $25,000 in like the span of 2 weeks.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? To get their money to send her to India to get the care. So they got the money, you know, through the family or whatever. Everybody chipped in or whatever, helped to get her to India. And luckily they did in that time, because if they would have waited any longer, she would have died.
Yeah.
Right? So luckily they didn't want to amputate the leg. They tried to save it, but they was like, yeah, we can't. We got to either take the leg or she's not going to be here.
Yeah.
Because the blood had rushed up to her, like, you know, all this crazy shit that happened. So they ended up cutting the leg. They got her a new prosthetic, $10,000 for a prosthetic leg. And it's like, when you're not thinking shit, like he wasn't. Who the fuck was thinking about this?
I'm gonna come up with 11 grand real quick.
All in total, I talked to him yesterday.
Not to mention travel and all that. You probably up a 20 piece.
Sick. And he can't even be there with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left my sister back home. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no parents there. So now she with family. It's got all kind of crazy. He trying to keep shit from her.
Yeah.
It's like, there's all
She
type of
gonna
shit
know,
going on,
dog.
right? So like, so now they up to like $31,000
Yeah.
for the whole process, flights, care, the leg, all of this shit. 31K. Like, bro. Now he's sick.
And that's the type of bread, even if you got it together and think you got shit right, that'll set you
That
back.
bread-
That'll
that bread-
that'll
rocker,
set you
bro.
back.
That shit is for other
That's the
things.
401k bread right there.
That is.
That's gonna knock your
that'll
ass
take
off
you-
the rocker,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
like,
that shit.
luckily he had family. The family's big enough that people can chip in and, you know, support. Because if not, would have been a tough one, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause so like, that shit get tricky. Now he's sick. He got shit going on and he can't leave because he got appointments here. It's like, bro, this shit is, what the fuck is this, bro? So every time I talk to him, like, man, just do right by your people, man. Because you
Yeah.
never know when shit going to flip upside down on you.
Wow,
Bro.
that's-
He's like, you know, I have regrets and this and that. He's like, just, you know,
Nah, for sure.
try to do right by your people and, you know, give people love when you can, because when you need them, you want to, you know, I needed these people. Some of these people I haven't talked to in 5 years, 10 years, but our relationship at whenever we left it was strong, and they see that this is like an emergency. It's not like some play shit. So they they assist. Now some of these people don't want anything back. Some people I have to pay them back. So
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm like I don't want to make these type of decisions, bro. Like who the fuck wants? I don't want to make these type of decisions.
I'm about to call my mom. You got life insurance?
You know what I'm saying? Like
You got life
real
insurance, Mom?
shit because
I'm about to ask her.
and not even just life insurance. It's like burial insurance
Burial
too,
insurance,
because that's a
too.
different thing. That's a completely different thing. Like life insurance and like burial insurance is different because if you have life insurance, they pay out. You got to bury within like
Yep.
a certain amount of time and and take
Yeah,
care of all of that shit. And it's like the life insurance takes like 4 to 5 weeks,
Yeah.
and then the funeral home needs their money in like 72 hours or whatever the fucking time thing is. And like they'll take your life insurance, but they're gonna take a big ass tax on top of that too. So it's like if you got $100,000 policy, but the funeral costs $15, they're gonna take $25.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, nigga, what the fuck, like, bro. But if you got burial insurance, it's somebody you could call to manage that whole process, where they'll get you a fair deal. But like, you can buy caskets on Amazon too.
Even the shit in the wheel get tricky.
Shit it get tricky, bro.
My mom was asking about that shit. She was like, "Yo, when I die, do you want?" I said, "Man, I'm not talking about."
I don't
that. I
wanna
said,
talk
"Surprise
about
me,
that
yo. I don't give a shit."
Surprise me.
Yeah, Mom, surprise me that nice.
Yeah, that shit tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to this age, you got certain shit you gotta consider that nobody wanna fucking think about.
That's
Don't
how,
think about
that's
that
how
shit,
like
bro.
this stuff going on with my
And then
family.
I'm starting to think about like me being an old dad. Then I'm like, bro,
Yeah, you gonna be old dad. You gonna be all right.
I'm gonna be an old dad, bro. I don't have a choice at this point. Like,
You got a bunch of cousins.
yeah, I'm gonna be an old father.
Shit, some of the homies we got, some of the homies in the chat already got life insurance to count on. That's the age we at.
Yeah, I got shit. I got 2 policies.
I ain't even got none yet.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
I ain't
scared,
even
bro. I'm scary. I'm scary as fuck. So I don't know, man. I just don't.
I told you I might just want to just. I don't want no funeral. Just throw me in the ocean.
my ancestors.
I'm actually
bro.
not opposed to that though.
Yeah,
Some
nah.
G shit, but
Yeah.
that's,
All that
I don't know
fucking
how legal that
crying.
is, whatever the case may be. But I'm not. I'm not
y'all
opposed to
crying
that.
in my
I'm
shit.
not opposed to that.
Would
Y'all
get
niggas have
cremated?
fun.
Would y'all do the cremation thing?
Yes,
You want to be on somebody's mantle?
yes.
When
I want to
it's
be
not
in the
gonna matter.
chain.
It's not- I'm
matter.
dead, Holmes.
I'm gone, nigga. What the fuck?
dead, Holmes.
I seen a video of this chick. She was beefing with somebody. People are crazy as fuck, bro. She was beefing with this girl. She got on live. She stole the girl's daughter's ashes. The girl's
All
daughter
right, that's
died.
it. I'm gone.
Pulled
I'm
the
good.
ashes out the window.
I'm good.
That's probably why I want one cremation because I don't want to accidentally I don't want nothing I don't even want to
fuck,
oops and then
bro?
this shit spit. I just don't. It's mad shit that can happen. That's just
That
break
is
ties.
nuts,
Like,
bro.
You can put me some jewelry.
And I don't want that. I don't want to be looking at my mom in the urn, bro. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I don't really like that shit. I don't need it.
I know we're
Yeah.
short on time, but I
Throw me
really,
in a piece of it.
I really just want to say this, and this is completely different to switch tones, and this is going to take 10 seconds. I know I told my man to leave the beef alone, because just end it and walk with his dignity. Then I seen the video. Hey, bruh, my man had an owl caged up looking at him like a menace. You got to do something, bruh. You had, fuck everything I said.
not gonna do nothing, John.
You have to do something. This is not okay, bruh.
He's not gonna do nothing.
Who the fuck does this nigga think he is to have the owl caged up? Fight back, bruh.
He's not
Enough
fighting
is
back.
enough, bruh. This
He doesn't
nigga-
care, John.
This is getting too out
He
of
just
hand,
had
yo.
Canadian Day. He
It's
doesn't
getting way
care.
too out of hand, yo.
He
That's all
doesn't
I gotta
care.
say, yo.
Shit is
He's going to surprise y'all. He doesn't care right
That
now.
last scene blew the fuck out.
Shit is getting crazy out here, man.
You knew that video was
The
going
owl
to
look all timid. The joint just sitting there. I'm like,
You
dog,
knew that
fight
video.
back.
You know that video was gonna look crazy,
Where
bro.
did they get that out from?
The piano.
Calling Peter and saying, I'm dropping it down.
Call it Peter, bro. All right, man. Let's get out of here, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening, man. It's the Most Unknown Podcast. We out of here.